So, circle packing seems a bit pointless as a problem, but it actually has far-reaching consequences. Just think of all the circular things you see in day-to-day life: bottles, cans, tins. If you have an optimal circle packing, you can fit more of them in less space. But what packing is optimal? Well, one of the most common packings you'll see is a square packing, but how efficient really is it? Well, to calculate that, we have to compare how much of the area is circle compared to empty space. To do this, we can split the infinite grid into square cells like this, and we can see the efficiency of each cell. This cell is 2 radii across, so the total area is 4r squared. Now, how much of that is circles? Well, we can see we have 4/4 of circles, which is one circle, which has area pi r squared. So our efficiency is pi r squared over 4r squared, or pi over 4, which is roughly 78.5%. Surely there is a better way. Well, what if we pack them in equilateral triangles? In this case, the packing looks like this, and each cell is an equilateral triangle, like this. Each side length is 2r. If we use the equilateral triangle area formula, we get the area to be the square root of 3r squared. Now, how many circles are there? Well, we have 3/6 of circles, meaning we have half a circle, so their areas are pi over 2r squared. This means our efficiency is pi over 2 square root of 3, or 90.7%, which is significantly higher. But is this the best packing? Well, we obviously can't test every single packing, as there are an infinite number of them, but we can notice something important. Every packing can be broken down into triangles. For example, this one here is just these triangles, and its efficiency is the average efficiency of all the triangles. So the most efficient packing is made of all the most efficient triangles. But what makes a triangle efficient? Well, by definition, every triangle has the same circle area, which is pi over 2r squared. This is because the angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees, or half of a full rotation. If a triangle was big enough to fit another circle, it would be represented by these 3 triangles, which subdivide it. So knowing this, the only thing we can change in the efficiency formula is the triangle's area. This means we need the triangle with the smallest area, but what is that? Well, with the points 0, 0, A0, and BC, we can represent every single triangle by changing A, B, and C. The area of this triangle is half the base times the height, so a half AC, which we want to minimize. We also have a few other constraints. Firstly, A is greater than or equal to 2or, so the first 2 circles don't overlap. Next, C is greater than or equal to or else a portion of the circle would lie outside of the triangle. And lastly, the 2 equations, square root of b minus a squared plus c squared is greater than or equal to 2or, so circle 2 and 3 don't overlap, and square root b squared plus c squared is greater than or equal to 2or, so circle 1 and 3 don't overlap. The first thing we can notice is that due to the area formula, we want to minimize a and c. If we look at equation 4, if b is a value, the smallest value c can be is the one that makes it equal to 2or, not any greater than it. This leads to square root of b squared plus c squared equaling 2or. We can then square both sides to make this simpler, and we get b squared plus c squared equals 4or squared. Now, if we expand equation 3, we get square root b squared minus 2ba plus a squared plus c squared is greater than or equal to 2or. We can then square both sides to get b squared minus 2ba plus a squared plus c squared is greater than or equal to 4or squared. Next, we know what b squared plus c squared is, so we can sub it in, giving us minus 2ba plus a squared plus 4or squared is greater than or equal to 4or squared. We can now subtract 4or squared from both sides, giving us minus 2ba plus a squared is greater than or equal to 0. If we are trying to minimize a, we would want it to be the lowest value which still satisfies the inequality, which would be when it's equal to 0, or else we are adding on extra, so minus 2ba plus a squared is equal to 0. We can factor out a and get a times minus 2b plus a equals 0. Now, this gives us 2 solutions, a equals 0, which can't be true as a is greater than or equal to 2or, and the other solution, b equals a over 2, which is fine. Now that we have b in terms of a, we can sub it back into equation 3 and solve for c. This gives a over 2 squared plus c squared equals 4or squared. We simplify it to this, and then move a to the other side to make it this. Lastly, we square root both sides, giving us c equals the square root of 4or squared minus a squared over 4. Now, since c is greater than or equal to or, the square root of 4or squared minus a squared over 4 is greater than or equal to or. If we simplify this, we get this. This means a is less than 2 times the square root of 3 times or, and bigger than 2 or. Now if we sub c equals the square root of 4or squared minus a squared over 4 into our area formula, we get a equals a over 2 times the square root of 4 squared minus a squared over 4. All we have to do now is minimize the area. Firstly, we have to find the derivative of the area with respect to a, which is this. We now solve for when it's equal to 0 to get the maximum or minimum like this. Now we know there is a minimum or maximum at a equals 2 times the square root of 2 times r. To check which one it is, we can just input 1.9 times the square root of 2 times r, 2 times the square root of 2 times r, and 2.1 times the square root of 2 times r into our area function. We do this to test the numbers around it. This gives us 1.9, 2, and 1.9. This means it is a maximum. Since the maximum is in our range, that means that our function only decreases away from it, meaning our minimum will be on the edge of our bounds, either 2r or 2 times the square root of 3 times r. If we try both of those, we get the square root of 3 times or squared for both. That means our minimum corresponds to two triangles, the triangle 0, 0, 2r, 0, and r square root of 3 times r, which is equilateral, and the triangle 0, 0, 2 times the square root of 3 or 0, and the square root of 3 or, which is isosceles. But here's the funny thing, both of these triangles are the same packing, the equilateral triangle packing, which I will show here. That means that the equilateral triangle packing is the most efficient packing, which is very useful. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you learned something new, and if you like, you can join the Discord. Have a nice day.